Evening, everybody.
Gonna mute everybody. Hold on. Put in the chat where you're chiming in from. We want to welcome you to the orientation. Glad you're here. Singapore, glad to have you. Atlanta, awesome. California, North Carolina, Utah, New York, Maryland, Dayton, Ohio. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Seattle, I see you. Michigan, Ottawa, Canada, Calgary. Good evening, South Dakota, New York, Arizona. Everybody, just continue to put in the chat where you're chiming in from. We're going to take advantage of the hour and go ahead and kick this thing off. Right. And while everybody's still chiming in and while the video's playing, still continue to put in the chat where you're chiming in from. Look here, just put a fire emoji in the chat if that got you excited all over again. Look here, we want to welcome you, all of the brand new planners that are here with us tonight. Look here, I'm Jermaine Johnson. I'm one of your host trainers for the evening. And look, I just want to convey to each and every one of you, look, on behalf of Chairman Han, Danny Bay, Betty Perez, and all the wonderful leaders and directors and just everybody, that you are definitely in business for yourself, but not by yourself. I'm going to forego my Dun and Bradstreet. You'll get to know me eventually, but I am just your friend. Is that all right? Look here, on behalf of my wife and I from Scottsdale, Arizona, or now we live here, we just want to let you know that we're excited for you. And I would encourage you, for you to get excited, write down, and I hope you're taking notes, because you're going to hear some things, and I promise you it's those 1% things that will unlock the lock for your combination, whatever it is that you want to do here. And so let me, though, mute you all. I'm sorry. There you go. Hopefully you can still hear me, though. Now, with that said, look, again, we want to welcome you. You're definitely in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And we want to thank you for launching your business with Ramon. And for those of you that do not know, Ramon stands for Reborn, Rebirth, Gift of God, and Independence. And so we want to welcome you to the Ramon family and tribe. And as you're taking notes, as I was about to say, just write at the top of the notes, the best is yet to come. Is that okay? Now, with that said, we're quickly going to take you through this brief orientation to, of course, welcome you, but then to show you your support system. You have some help. And then we're going to help you launch business. Some people start the business. We're going to help you launch it. And then we're going to take you through some of the brief announcements that are coming. Now, with that said, you need to know, right? I like to say that, look, you want to be bulletproof, right? You want to have a posture about who you are and who we are. And we are Remon, established in 2018. Now, that was something from me or for me from a business perspective. I love that because it wasn't a startup, but yet it was new here to the United States. Had already done $2.5 billion before you got started. Rated as the #1 K-beauty brand. Had already sold 35 million bottles of just one of our creams within a country that only has 50 million people. That's huge. And then they said, look, we're going to launch in North America. And so they did that on 3/18 of 2023. Then we launched in Taiwan and then in Hong Kong. And over the next Q2, I think it is, we're launching into 5 other countries, but the goal is the next 5 years to be in about 50 other countries. And so I just want you to know that, look, you are truly in the right place at the right time. But before I say anything else, I need you to get excited. Look, nothing happens until you get excited. You got to get excited. Now, so some of the pictures that you see on the screen, when we opened up, we advertised on Resort World because that's where we had our first convention. And then the other building there is our 33,333 square foot building in Irvine, California, that this company didn't lease. The owners purchased it to show us that they are committed to our success. Purchased it for about $14 million. And then they advertised us in New York Times Square. And as you see there, they even have already built a Remon village for us as planners, distributors in Jeju Island, and you can qualify to go there in October. See, and I will tell you, I've been in this industry for 35 years, and you have these companies that tell you they're going to build a resort for the planners. Well, guess what? Remon already did it. I love that. Now, what makes us so different and so distinctive is what we stand for, our values, guys. We are rethinking, reimagining, redefining, and because of that, or what adds to that, are our philosophies, our products, guys. We aren't doing white labeling. No, we have 14 patents on our products, 20 years exclusivity rights with Jeju Island. Nobody can do what we're doing. And then the price point, luxury at an affordable rate, and then our plan, and then you know what? It's something about the people here, and you're going to get to meet some of them in a minute. Now, your support system starts here at Remon.com. That's where it starts. Now, at this site and on your phone, guys, this is where that you can enroll new distributors, customers, your product orders. You can look at your order management, sales management, your team's performance, all of the business tools, the marketing tools, and your commission reports. All of that in one site at Remon.com. So as a brand new person, if you haven't done it yet, I'm going to encourage you to go into it and just take your time clicking around, right? Get lost in there, but really go and begin to discover what all is available to you, because it's about to change. It's about to get better. Just write down in your notes, it's about to get better. Now, also, in your RBO.com, this is where your own back office, for lack of a better words, this is where you can actually go into and see your commission history, your genealogy, the people on your team and what they need to actually make it to the next level. This is where you can inspect what you expect. And so it's at rbo.remon.com. Now, it's also within your back office site, whereas you have access to these very wonderful links. And I find so many people, they don't even know about this, that you have a shopping referral link, right? People just want to shop with you and they may not want to become a customer. Well, guess what? You already have a link for that. Also, customer enrollment links. And we know those of you that have seen our enhancements within our compensation plan and some of the actual promotions that are going on. You want customers, guys. You want to get get customers. And then you also have a link that you can send out for planner enrollment. But wait, it gets better, guys. Now, also within all of that, you have your personal shopping mall. How many of y'all, you like to go to the mall? Come on now, look at it. Yeah, we all do. Look at it. Yeah. Whether you look at it or not. Well, guess what? You have your own personal mall. And this is where you can actually add on a personalized photo. You can put a welcome message, and you can set up shareable shopping carts. You have shopping descriptions. This is so wonderful. It is a great tool. And look, some people don't understand the value, right? Unless they've done other things. And I will tell you, I have seen affiliate marketing programs where they charge you additional just to have access to all of this, any of this. And so this as well is very powerful. Now, if you have not done so, I would want to really encourage you to go into your back office and go down to the bottom to this item called Drive. You want to go to exploreramon.com, or you can do it at ramon.com, and go down to the bottom. And down at the bottom of the screen, there is something called the Drive. And when you go into the Drive, is where you have all of your marketing assets with all, and from all of the new products and the new packaging. Oh, I'm telling you guys, go look at this stuff. You don't have to go and recreate anything. I know a lot of people, they spend a whole week recreating stuff because they didn't know we had it. It's all there for you to use. All of your marketing, things that you can post and use as you're doing your social media posts, all of the assets for you, how to do your routines, all of these types of things that you use at your K pop-ups. Everything is there for you, as well as how to set up your e-wallet. Look here. I find some people, they say, well, I didn't get paid. Well, look, you didn't set up your e-wallet. The instructions are in the Drive. So go set up your e-wallet. Is that okay? Now, I want to take you a step further in helping you launch your business. Now, also within the Drive, there are tools for you to use. And one is this document where you are going to launch your business. This is where you are going to start at. And I want everybody that's brand new. I used to have an uncle, he always said, look here, boy, I'm brand new. Every morning he would say, I'm brand new. And so all of you that are brand new planners, look here, you're brand new. And this is where it starts with your launching your business document. I would encourage you, print it out, because you want to be able to look back on this one day and say, you know what, I wrote it down. You know, one of my wealth mentors, he said the wealthy and the non-wealthy, you see the wealthy have or the difference between the wealthy and the non-wealthy is that the wealthy have a written plan in black and white. You want to write it down. Don't just trust it to your phone. Print this document out and write it down. Now, here's where it starts. Your business plan. First, you put your name and you put your ID, but your short-term goals. Guys, what do you want to accomplish in the next 3 to 6 months, right? Do you want to get to an extra $500 a month, right? Do you want to pay off some of your debt, right? Or you want to achieve a certain position, right? Write that down. Your short-term goals, right? You want to be able to take a trip, whatever it is. Those are your short-term goals. And then your long-term goals. Guys, look, setting goals is the first step to turning the invisible into visible, right? Say a goal without a plan is only a dream or a wish. You got to write it down. And this is why people with goals, they succeed, because they know where they're going. And so you got to write it down. And so the next one are your long-term goals from 2 to 5 years. Where do you see yourself? See, some of you aren't thinking big enough. I need you to think bigger, write it down, right? Write your long-term goals. I want to be debt-free, right? I want to offset my cost of living. Oh, that's beautiful, right? I want to pay for my family to take a trip, right? Right, say somewhere in the world, or a cruise, and take all of my family. What are your long-term goals, right? Pay your house off early, whatever it is, right? Buy a second home. Write your long-term goals. Write it down. You got to write it down. And then the next thing is your why, right? Your why. Why are you doing this? What is going to encourage you and keep you showing this, telling people about it? I like to say why stands for Why is an acronym. WHY. What's hurting you? What is that thing in your life that needs to change? What is that thing in your life that you've been praying about? Who is that person in the family that you need to take care of because nobody else in the family can afford to take care of them? What's your why? See, they always told me if your why is big enough, the how will take care of itself. You sometimes look, you're going to need a why that'll make you cry. So write it down. Write your why down. Now, I've kind of added something here because this week is so special. And I know some of you are like, well, there's so much going on. Well, look, this is kind of like a buffet. Look, don't get lost in it. You don't have to eat everything, right? This is the way it is, right? You're going to pick and choose what you need. But here is the calendar of events. And the reason I talked with Danny Bay, why we wanted to make sure we highlighted this on tonight, because this week is so special, guys. On tomorrow night, we are having a tradition meets innovation. And this is where Professor Angie is going to take a deep dive on the ICD though makeup. And we want to encourage you guys. Look, this may not be for you, but for those of you that it is, this is a special call to utilize to invite people to that may be in that industry. They may only be a prospect, but I'm telling you, everybody, you want to be on here because this is going to be amazing. And then on Thursday, we have presentations for you. And so Karen Kang and Dora Lim, they are going to be doing a presentation. And all of this is for you, and we are helping you achieve your goals. That's why we're showing you this, because we just talked about goals. And then for those of you that you want to build in the Spanish community, also an hour after that one, we have a Spanish presentation. Now, why did we include this right here? Because I just talked to you about everything in the back office. I just talked to you about everything online, where you can find everything. Well, here's why I'm showing you this calendar right now. On this Saturday, I need everybody to pay attention to me. On this Saturday, we are doing an upgrade. Y'all don't understand. You know, look here, look. Yeah, look, we're doing an upgrade, y'all. Everything I just showed you is slowly going to be changing to our new global platform. We have a new platform, and I needed to highlight it now because I just talked about everything, but some things are going to be changing. And I want you all as planners, do not get alarmed. You don't have to call in the corporate office on Saturday night, but I want you to know, for us to make this grand change on Saturday night, 12 a.m. until the next day, Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific, the site is going to be it's going to be going through enhancements. Is that all right? So this is why we know what's going on. We want you all to know what's going on so you don't be alarmed. So everything is business as usual, understand, but during that time frame, that's what's going to happen. We're going to the new rollout of the new platform. That's going to be going on. Is that all right? So with that said, look, my job is done. I'm going to get out of the way here. Hi, Gelly. I don't know why. Hi, Miss Concha. You are on spotlight for some reason. But look here, I'm going to get out of the way and I'm going to go to this wonderful person here, if I can find her, Miss Bianca Russo. She is from South Florida. She is a team leader extraordinaire. She is just taking over. She is doing it all out, and she is our guest testimonial all the way from South Florida. Miss Bianca Russo, were you able to make it on the line?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. The floor is all yours.
My goodness. Mr. Jermaine, I am so hyped listening to you. You pumped me up. So thank you. Thank you. That is huge. I feel like that fire can carry through the rest of the week. So thank you. First and foremost, my name is Bianca Russo. I am so honored to be here right now and just share from the heart, because my testimony is personal and you all have one forming and forging right now. And mine is, I truly believe, part of a divine plan. As Jermaine said, this is a divine moment. I truly believe to be in a ground level opportunity, which you all are stepping into, is profound. And you're going to hear a little bit about it through my story. So, I am a mom and a wife. I have 5 kids. So if that doesn't encourage you that you can do this, let me just tell you, my kids are from 11 to 5. If I can do this, you all can take and run 10 times greater than I can. We own a car dealership, we're in ministry, we do a lot, and it's so fun. We moved down to Florida to actually open up our second location. And just before my husband signed the papers for our second location, we ship all over the nation. It's been something we've done for over a decade. He felt something was off, and I said, what's going on? Why? This is why we moved, like all these things. And it's like a testing ground for faith and what you thought you moved down there for or here for. So we're in Florida and he doesn't sign the papers. To make a long story short, his business partner, who he trained and equipped for over a decade, literally robbed us. So I went mom mode with 5 kids. And I said, I have to do something. I have to work. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. My kids have finally rooted themselves because they were in the COVID era. I can't do this. So I literally went to get my real estate license. We went on summer trip and we took an RV. During the RV trip, my dear friend, who I have been in her life for over a decade. She's in network marketing. She is in a very well-known was in a very well-known skincare. If I named the company, you would know the company she came from. Her and her mom's story I heard for years of how they got in at ground level with these doctors who created the company. And her mom texted me and said, please pray. And immediately I found out they changed to affiliate. And so I went into prayer, and I would back her in prayer for these calls, this call like this right now. She texted me every convention, all these things. So let that be a testimony that as you sow seeds into even your business right now, that's for future things that you're not even aware of. So stay faithful in that. And so, long story short, I immediately thought of Jenny Donnelly for her personal story. And I waited a week and I texted Jenny and I said, or I texted my friend who is going through this whole story. And I said, you have to talk to my friend Jenny. And I left it at that. 20 minutes later, Jenny Donnelly texts me while we're in this RV with 5 kids bouncing around. And she literally says, pictures of her, her mom, Deborah, and her daughter from Remon. She goes, have you heard of K Beauty? I threw my phone into the screen and I said, what is going on? We got on the phone, her husband, my husband, her husband, Bob, and Jenny. And we were talking, and my husband looked at me and he said these words, and I will never forget it. And it echoed over convention. He said, what do we have to lose at this point in life? Go all in. And what was this convention's last statement was go all in. And with that, we hit the ground running. I had to give up the thoughts of doubt, fear, insecurity, prejudgments I had towards network marketing, if I can just be honest, because I never really fully like charged in any business that I ever did or picked up a baton and fully ran with it in network marketing. So I had to let go of all of that. And in that, I wound up hitting senior. I was just building really fast, senior manager. Then I was starting to build other senior managers underneath me. And I got to the first convention in September that I attended. And this is what's wild. I walked into convention, and my friend who had texted me, who I said, you have to meet Jenny Donnelly, who was in that former network marketing company, was at the same hotel that we were at in Irvine. In that moment, I got to introduce Jenny Donnelly to her, and it was a divine moment that they both needed and she needed as she was exiting out of her plan. So, not only is this business for yourself, but it is for all the other people attached to it. And I just know wholeheartedly that what is happening with Remon in ground level is an invitation for you to take the ball and run with it as fast as you can, and don't second guess yourself because you have everything. Remon is full of excellence. Like Jermaine said, all of the things on the drive, I've never seen a company with such excellence and such like arrow hitting the bullseye with everything that they do. And it's only the beginning. This is a baby company and they're exploding with excellence at this level. So I am so proud and honored to be in this moment, and just thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Look here, and we're look phenomenal. I mean, look here. Congratulations. And we are so happy for you and your success. And still, though, the best is yet to come, sis. Look here. Let us just keep it going. Let's go down, or let's go up to Canada. I didn't know I was introducing her, but I have worked with this sister for man, it must be 10 maybe years, 15. I don't know how long it's been. She is a former educator, teacher, a mom, all of that. She is just a super shero of the industry, all the way from Canada. I'm going to go to the one and only Miss Tracy Zimmer.
Ah, thank you, Jermaine. You always get everything, all the goods in here and get us all fired up. So thanks for kicking us off tonight, going through everything, talking about goals, doing all the things. And Bianca, wow, like giving the goosies tonight. What a story. And you know, it's so true. Like we have everything that we need and everything lined up. And I always say, when you can put together products like we have, the financial backing of a company that we have, the revenue that has already been sold in this company, and you partner that with timing, like I've just never seen it. So, you know, we are in business for ourselves, but never by ourselves, which is this call tonight, right? Getting our new planners on here tonight, or maybe you've been here for a bit and you need a refresher of how to get started and how to, maybe you're relaunching your business, whatever it is. But we're here to help you really jumpstart and get you going. So let's dive right into here and get going. So we are going to get this started. Okay, so we're going to get into the senior manager game plan. Okay, so when I came to Remon about 16 months ago, and I had I was with a previous skincare company for about 12 years before that, the same place where Jermaine was at. I looked at this and I was like, okay, I look at the comp plan, and me being a math teacher, I'm like, I look at 10%, I look at 20%, and I look at 30%. That 25 plus 5 is 30%, right? And I'm like, I just don't understand why we'd leave any money on the table. So my suggestion to everybody on here tonight is, if you're a planner, get to manager as fast as you can, okay? If you're a manager here tonight, get to senior manager as fast as you can. Why? Because these are positions that are called lifetime positions. They are locked in. Once you hit it one time, you never have to requalify. You never start from scratch. You are there for life. How cool is that, right? There is no monthly that you have to purchase every month. None of that. That is unheard. That is absolutely unheard in any other company. So I like to highlight that because it is so unique. And you're going to hear Remon is just unique in so many different ways, and also in our comp plan as well. So you're going to see on here on your launch pad, you definitely have a goal date. Okay, so make that a goal date. Now, you might say, okay, what does it take to be a manager? To hit manager, it is 3,000, okay, points. So your ranking points, and that is volume that is attached to products. Okay, so sorry, I have like this crazy cough going on tonight that is like battling, trying to talk. So 3,000 business points in a 3-month period. Okay, so you can think of that as 1,000 in volume once a month for 3 months, right? That's going to give you that 3,000 BP. Now, to get to senior manager, it's also in 3 months, but now you're doing 2,000 volume every month for 3 months to make that 6,000. Okay, so you can get started as a manager. You can get started day one as a senior manager. You can get in as a planner, grow your business, get some customers, order some products, enroll some other planners to help you get to that manager, senior manager position. But my suggestion to you is do it as fast as you can, because once you're there, you're not going anywhere, okay? So let's take a look at this. At senior manager, like I said, the 6,000 SP, so your volume, okay, that's your ranking volume. You can make anywhere between 30 to 40% back from commissions and your rebates and rewards, okay? So that is pretty cool. If you look here, you can get this volume, like we said, from your own purchases, your own customer purchases, your first level, and their customer purchases as well. So you don't have to do it all by yourself. Okay, so when you're out there and you are sharing to customers, we have retail, okay? Your retail-based commission at the senior manager level is 30. And we say we can earn up to 40 because when you go out there and you share this, you can see there's actually a retail bonus that can give you an extra 5 or 10% on those customer orders. Okay. So what does this look like? You here as a senior manager, when you enroll a customer, we said we can earn anywhere from 30 to 40%. Baseline will always be 30, no matter what. If you want that extra 5 or 10%, that means that you're going out and you're doing the extra volume, okay? As a senior manager, when you are enrolling a planner, okay, you are going to earn 20%. So you can kind of think base commission for a planner is 10, base commission for a senior manager is 30. When you subtract the two, that's where that number comes from. As a senior manager, you're enrolling a manager. Manager base commission is 20. Subtract the two, you get 10%. And if you're a senior manager and enroll another senior manager, you are going to earn that 5%. Okay. So very exciting. Like I said, those lifetime commissions are something that, you don't hear very often that is a case that can happen, but we have it here. So I'm super excited to carry on tonight into this orientation and bring to you Mr. Tommy Lee out of Hawaii. He's a director. He is rocking and rolling. In fact, he's traveling all across the world right now, or very quickly. And I got to meet him when we went to Korea, and he's just full of energy and just a positive person and just growing an absolute huge business all over the world. So Tommy, go ahead and take it away.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Tracy. And thank you for your leadership, your wisdom, and your guidance. I just want to congratulate all of you for being a part of this amazing company right now. And you caught it at the right time. So, look no further. So many people are all about businesses. It's timing, and you got to be in the right industry, and you got to have a good company with good owners. And take it from me, guys, like you can tell by just the quality of leadership that this company is attracting. You're walking amongst giants. You are in no stranger to success for any of the speakers in this star-studded lineup. So I just want to thank you so much for having me on this call. For me, it's an honor. I'm a new kid on the block. This is my 11th month as part of Remon, but although I'm new to this industry, new to the company, I'm not new to the industry. I've been in this business, direct sales, for over 30 years. And all that means is we've made every mistake over and over and over again, 10 times over. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've even owned my own direct sales company at one point along the journey. And it makes you very thick-skinned, and it makes you very, very aware of certain things to look for when you're looking at a company. And some of you guys are brand new right now, and you're just looking for answers, and you're excited. And the one thing that we could probably all agree upon right now is that, man, this company has some astounding products. Like, that's all I know. Like, I see the before and afters. I tried it on myself, and you guys are probably at that point where we're sitting on a gold mine. But further than that, companies go through phases, and you hit into momentum, and it plays into the world economy, and people are looking to offset expenses, and some people are looking for a second or even third job. Here in Hawaii, things are so expensive that, like a half gallon of milk here is $14, guys. Like, box of cereals, $7-8. So when you look at a Remon business for $20, you're like, you rather have a box of cereal and some milk, or you rather have a multi-billion-dollar business backing you and best-in-class products? Guy, are you kidding me right now? Like, we should be pinching ourselves. But I get the fun part. I get to talk to you guys about the part in the rewards program that you really want to strive for. And the key to getting to team leader, then this is where things start really getting exciting, where a lot of people at this level are starting to make what we call comma checks, right? Or you're starting to make the kind of income that turns an eye, or it gives you those little changes in lifestyle, extra vacations, a new car, and it's just a beautiful thing. So I want to encourage you all to really get excited about team leader, because it actually just got much more achievable. And this is going to be just not just a fun time for all of us, but it's going to be a time where you guys are going to hear so many success stories coming out in the next month, 2 months, and 3 months, alongside of all of our global expansion. Okay, so let me pull up these slides. Sorry, I can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. typical male here, we stay focused on just it's one thing, laser vision. And if you master what the process of what Miss Tracy Zimmer just talked about is taking somebody from their first exposure to becoming a planner and signing up, getting launched the right way, and getting all you got to do, like 100% focus, get manager done. And then 100% focus and get senior manager done. That process right there. If you just do that over and over and over again, and you do it quicker and better and more effectively time and time again, you will wake up in this company as a team leader. Okay. And this is where the rewards program really unleashes unlimited. It's unlimited. Okay. And what I mean by that is, like, you work hard, you're going to earn big in this position. You're going to get truly rewarded because you can earn up to 40 to even 50% commissions or rewards. And the way to hit team leader, there's the base qualifications. Used to be, in March, up until March 31st, you had to have 3 senior managers in separate legs. And then on top of that, you needed 50,000 in SP or points. And on top of that, you needed 7 managers spread out throughout your organization, and not more than 25,000 coming from any one team or leg. And I'm here to tell you guys the good news. As of 8 days ago, we really just got to do 10,000 SP a month for 5 months in a row. Or if you want to get her done, one crack, I've had people on my team do it in 18 days. So many of my friends are like, how long does it take to go team leader? That's the position. It's really a decision. I've had somebody on our team do it in 7 days. Okay. So it's really up to you of how excited you want to convert all this energy and excitement and just get this product onto people's faces. Okay. So here's how it works. And I'm going to do my best to kind of navigate you guys through this team leader position here. Okay. But when you hit team leader commissions, you can do unlimited levels in your team leader group. Of course, you get a 40% base commission on your personal customers or people that you're frontlining, and you get 3 generations of leadership match pay. So that means if I'm a team leader and I have other team leaders in my team, I could match their rewards. Okay. And in March, it was like 15, 10, and 10, which was very generous of the company to do. And as of April 1st, it's 40, 20, and 10. I mean, are you kidding me? It's like a 266% increase on that first gen, and 200% increase on the second gen. And needless to say, anyone in the team leader position right now is they got a smile so big they could eat a banana sideways, guys. This company we have such generous founders and administration and president of sales that they're constantly looking at this opportunity and saying, how can we make it more attractive? How can we make this a better business so that all of the planners in the field can win? Okay. And then on top of that, if you're really good at getting customers, there is that extra 5% or 10% available qualifying starting this month with an extra 2,000 or 2,000 open line SP or 4,000, guys. And what company does that? What that basically means is that everyone in this direct sales industry, some people are just good at getting customers. Okay. They're great at sharing products. Some people are not very good at recruiting or team building. It's not a comfortable spot for them. They've got some learning to do, and they've got to build confidence first. And some people are good at maybe just finding that one superstar, right? Well, let me tell you this, doesn't matter what your forte or your talent is, we'll go to work on all of them. But I've never seen in over 30 years a company overlap compensation plans on top of compensation plans to be all encompassing. Okay, just take it from me. 3 decades in the industry, no company has ever done anything remotely like this, and you likely probably won't see any other company do it in the foreseeable future. It is that amazing. Okay, so let me move on here. When it comes to earning or commissions, okay, in a team leader position, if I go out there and I personally get a customer after I achieve this, I can make that 40%, but with the extra 5 or 10% top retailer bonus, I could literally earn 50%, guys, of the points or the BP that comes in with a sale of the product, or even a personal consumption if I ordered some products myself. So that's a better than beautiful and very attractive sales margin right there, 40-50%. Anyone involved in retail knows that that is more than generous of the company, even especially in a retail setting. Okay, now if I personally enroll a planner and they're cutting their 10%, that's great for them. But me at team leader being at 40% base commission, I could earn 30% there. And then of course, if I have a manager who has a 20% base commission, I could earn 20, and senior manager, of course, I could earn 10 because they're taking 30 out of 40, right? So it's kind of like what you're qualifying for depending on your rank. Okay, so this is where we say team leader is really where things open up for everybody. Okay, and it's more achievable than you think. A lot of people take a look at 50,000 SP and they're like, whoa, that's a lot. Well, if you break it down, the reason why I say the key is to creating senior managers is because a senior manager is a 6,000 SP position, right? Whether they did it themselves or with their customers or their personally enrolled planners, okay? So if I go out there and I help somebody to achieve senior manager, okay? And I help them go out and help 2 other people become a senior manager, and you clump that all together, that's an 18,000 SP leg. And we need 3 senior managers in separate legs anyway for the team leader position, right? So here's a good game plan, and it'll show you how you break it down of like kind of like Lego building blocks. If we just go out there and help 3 people to become senior managers and help those 3 senior managers each identify and locate 2 and senior managers each, you're there. You're already there, guys, before you know it. So don't worry about this overwhelming number of 50,000 and blah, blah, blah. Guys, let's go help people get from planner to manager and senior manager in the quickest time possible, just like Miss Tracy Zimmer said, and you will wake up a team leader. And once you hit team leader, guys, you'll be so excited. You'll wake up different. I promise. You'll have a different energy. You're gonna have as much excitement as Mr. Jermaine Johnson does. If I could have even 5% of his energy, guys, I would be a national director already, man. This guy is pure energy, and we appreciate him so much. So that's what I wanted to cover for y'all. What I want to do right now is bring up one of our iconic leaders, and this is the secret, gang. Okay, when it comes to having success in anything, just understand that everything you need to do, learn, and say to become successful at Remon Business has already been said. It's already been done before. All you've got to do is follow after, model after these great leaders, do what they do, say what they say, act how they act, think how they think. You're going to get what they got. And so I know she's not going to talk too much about herself because she's very humble, but just, you know, in every multi-billion-dollar company, there's a handful of iconic leaders that everyone looks up to. They're the heroes of the company, and they're just trailblazing for all of us to come and learn. And they're so generous with their knowledge, and she's one of the leaders in this company that is just generous with her knowledge. So I would highly encourage you to take in everything you can from all of these speakers. Take copious notes, write down everything they say. If they sneeze, write down at you, circle it. When you go to the convention, have them sign it because it's money, like that. Like literally be a sponge, and you will have that success. So what we're gonna do is go to Denver, Colorado, one of my favorite states, and we're gonna hear from a senior director, guys. And if you don't know what that is, you're gonna soon learn that that is like the very top of our rewards program. And I'm sure she's on her run to become a national director, where we're all gonna just celebrate as a company. So we're so very blessed to have her. So please help us welcome to the call, Miss Susan Manuello. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tommy Lee. That was absolutely incredible. Your training was so amazing. And thank you for all the kind words that you just said. You're making me tear up. You're not supposed to do that before I have to present all the things. But truly, welcome everyone. We're so glad that you guys are here tonight and hearing from these incredible leaders. It really is like part of the business. And I'm sure, you know, many of us are busy, right? We have maybe other careers or children and activities and all the things, but you're here. You're here, and that is such an important action that you're taking intentionally towards your business with Remon. So I just want to everyone like pat yourselves on the back, give yourself a big hug, like show up to go up is how you do this business. And plugging into a call like this is so important. So I just want to congratulate you all on being here tonight. So we're gonna get started. You know, it's true. I don't like to like say a ton of stuff about me, but I really just want you guys to know like this one thing. I've been in this industry for, you know, in total about 14 years, 6 years in the skincare industry. I've never seen anything like what we have our hands on. It is so special. Like, I understand that, you know, maybe you've been in a couple other things, or maybe this is your first time in an industry where you're social selling and relationship marketing, you're marketing these incredible products. It is so absolutely special what we have our hands on. In fact, when we were in Jeju last October, you know, many of us were like, what is going on? How are we so blessed, so lucky to have this opportunity? Like Chairman On, it's absolutely mind-blowing what our company is truly about, the amount of labs, research, patents, results that we have. And you, I'm talking to you, you get to build a business here. You get to go share this with people that you know, that you don't know, that you're meeting on the internet, that you're meeting at the nail salon. True story, that happened to me a few weeks ago. You get the opportunity to do that. Okay. So that is why you're here. And I love that we talked about divine timing tonight because you are here on purpose. So tap into that and take a deep breath because we're almost there. But I'm going to share just a few more things to help you launch your business tonight. And I'm going to share first some freaking results, okay? Because this is what our products do. It is mind-blowing. And you guys, every single one of you, you can make a lot of money on these photos. If it's your photo, even better. If it's not your photo, share these. This is what people want. They don't need all the details. All of the stuff that we went over is for you to learn as you earn, but be ignorance on fire. Don't worry about all the things, all the details. It's going to come. Okay. So if you're brand new, share this, share these results because they are powerful. Look at these beautiful before and afters. I love the one on the right bottom. I was like, what is that little hand? Oh, it's pointing out the hair growth. Like, oh my gosh, it is incredible. The before and after of the skin, the hair, all of these. So here's some more. Look at these incredible real people. Like these are people in Remont. These are customers. These are planners that are having these kinds of results. So, you know, I think Jermaine said at the beginning, like, you need to be passionate about what you have your hands on. Have that confidence. And these pictures will help you do it. So let's talk about getting into action, you guys. That's where it is. Like, again, we can learn, but you have to take action. So schedule your first 2 cake pop-ups. You can call them glow up parties, pop-up parties, whatever you want to do. It's totally, this is where you get to be an independent business owner and take charge of that, but put 2 on the calendar. And here's why I want you to put 2. When you make your list of people, and yes, that's a little old school, but there's a reason. It's because it works. Okay. So put pen to paper, make a list of people. When you, oh, sorry, Lucy's making her appearance. When you pick 2 dates on the calendar, you are going to call or text your friends and family that you're introducing this to. And why not invite them to both dates, right? Because first of all, if you say like, hey, I'm having this get together online or in person, and it's Wednesday night, and they're like, oh shoot, I can't on Wednesday. And you're like, no problem. What about Saturday? And that's why you want 2 dates so that you can do half the work in less time. Okay. You're going to create a post and put it out there. Maybe it is your before and after photo. Maybe you're going to borrow one of those incredible before and after photos. And then, you know what? You already attended an orientation date, check, but don't let this be your last one. especially with the new platform changes that we have coming up. You're going to want to be on the new platform training. And then every Thursday, we've got our incredible presentation coming up this Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific. You can invite those amazing contacts on your list to your pop-ups, but also every Thursday. And we're going to actually talk about that here in a second. And then we've got trainings like you have tonight, but also within the team and our conferences. So this is a recap. Like, this is your support system. You have remon.com. That's our main website. Then we also have the drive on there that you have all of the marketing materials. And then we have, of course, launching your business, which is tonight, and the calendar. This is just a little glimpse into our community. If you're brand new, put on your calendar September 6th and 7th in Vegas, because we're having Roadmap Conference that's going to be amazing, and you're going to want to definitely attend. And then I know we've been talking about global. Look, if you're new, don't worry about this. This comes as you build in your backyard. You build locally and you start thinking globally. It really is true. And we're expanding. We've got, April 16th and 17th is Malaysia and Singapore. We have Mexico opening up in April as well, on April 25th. And I don't know why my computer decided to do the spinning wheel. Sorry, here we go. And then we're just continuing. We're going to Philippines, Japan. We're already in the United States, Canada, Taiwan. So, okay, here's a little recap on our promotions this month. So that's why I wanted you to breathe for a minute, because just a few more things to go through. But again, all of this is in the drive. But you guys, there's no better time than right now. I'm telling you, if you're new or you're relaunching your business, a lot of you have taken a second away and you're relaunching. There's no better time than right now. So, wow, we've got some extra bonuses on the table. This is earning up to $1,000 in April when you have 20 customers who generate these SP tiers. And the SP is the volume that's attached to each product. So you're going to make $100 extra, up to $1,000 extra. So this is incredible. We also have earning as you're sponsoring and helping others get introduced to Remon. So you sponsor 3 new planners who purchase at least either 1,000, or they go get customers that add up to 1,000 SP. You get $500 extra bonus. And you guys, there's no cap. Has anyone ever been in a sales position where there was a cap on your salary or a cap on your bonus? I have one time, and I was like, no, that's not for me. You guys, we get bonused unlimited. We also have a leadership promotion that's going on in April that is, if you are already at team leader and above, you get these additional bonuses. I mean, we've been like, Remon is just raining money this month. They are so excited about what's going on in the field. They want to reward everyone even more than they already do. So you guys take advantage of this. If you're already a team leader and above, you guys definitely take advantage of that. Okay. If you're brand new though, let's dial it back. We have starter kits. So if you paid your $20 and you're like, okay, now what? Be a product of the product is my best advice. You cannot really share from your heart. You can share from your head. You can be like, oh yeah, the numbers make sense. Oh yeah, the search for Korean skincare is up by 350% online. I know I'm in the right place at the right time, but that's all up here. When you use the products, you start speaking from your heart. You start sharing because you're like, no, this has changed my skin. This has helped my hair. Okay. So you definitely want to gain one of these starter kits, and you have 30 days to do that as a brand new planner. And I want you guys to make a little bit of a switch, because I know a lot of times, like when I first started in this industry, I came from a W-2. Like I went to work, I got paid, like time for money. That's how I was raised. That's how a lot of us are brought up in this world. And unless you're already an entrepreneur, you kind of have to have a mind switch of like, wait a minute, this is not spending money. This is investing money into my business so that not only I can experience all of these products, but now I have products to share. So those experience kits that you see ×4, those are the perfect thing to share with people as you're telling them about your results. As you're using these products, you're talking and sharing about them. And you can even demo these products at parties when you throw maybe an in-person thing. And listen, a party can be like a couple of people who get together for lunch too. But you also get a ton of free product with this. So who doesn't like gift with purchase? Think of it at Christmas time. It's like a gift with purchase. So when you're doing the premium pack, you're getting the best value because you're getting our melting collagen mask, our sunscreen, our multi-balm stick, our BB cream, and I believe that's the calming gel, which is incredible. So this is the best value, but look, get in where you fit in, okay? So don't stress, but truly think of it as an investment, okay? We live in the richest country in the world, even if you're all over the world. But definitely, you guys, where there's a will, there's a way, okay? So again, make an investment in your company. This one I call the customer pack. If you've already gotten this pack, that's amazing, but think about upgrading, okay? Because you need product. Like this is more than just you using it. This is about having a launch of your business. And then this is what I love is that we have experience kits that you can also use as a starter kit. And we've got them in both of our lines. Here's a little summary of all of them. And I'm just gonna remind you, these are all in the US prices. I'm gonna switch to Canada. I'm gonna quickly go through the slides. But I love our Canada friends. So just know if you guys need these, again, they're in the drive. So these are our Canadian pricing of all the same starter kits. And again, these are in the drive. So you guys can have access to these and then send them. Before I click out of this though, I wanna mention one thing. As we were talking about getting to manager, senior manager, and then helping other people duplicate the same so that you can achieve team leader, getting these packs is the speed way to doing that. Sometimes people think like, what's the fast track? The fast track is getting a pack so that you can launch your business and truly help yourself get to manager and senior manager even faster. So I'm going to let us end with this new video that we have and pass it back over to Jermaine. But you guys, thank you for being here tonight. Take action in your business. In fact, I want to challenge you with one thing before I push play on this video. While this video is playing, I want you to take out a pen and paper or your phone and write down 5 new names. 5 new names that you have not contacted before. And I want you to take all this excitement and this knowledge and be crazy excited to contact those 5 people tonight before your head hits the pillow and invite them to Thursday night. I want you to invite them to our presentation on Thursday night. Take action in your business, you guys. See you on Thursday and have a great evening.
Evolution. Some evolutions, through countless attempts, completely surpass the previous generation, demonstrating their superiority. This process gives rise to a new species, a giant soldier infused with the mysterious energy of Jeju lava. The original source of energy, the light body, evolves through multiple iterations. Until doom.
Awesome. We thank everybody. Thank you all. Thank you. Welcome to the community, the tribe. Welcome to Ramon. You all be blessed. We look forward to seeing you soon. Good night.